10 months ago, Ma'Khia Bryant got shot by a cop, and immediately everybody screamed racism, everybody screamed police brutality, everybody screamed how the police system is unjust, defund the police here, abolish the police there. You got LeBron saying you're next. You got all these different people with the weirdest hot takes imaginable, from Ma'Khia Bryant being fat as a part of the problem to, hey, kids get in knife fights all the time. And it was this constant of stupid people saying stupid things without understanding that, yeah, Ma'Khia Bryant did get shot, and I'll have my hand up in the air and say she shouldn't have got shot. She should be alive facing the punishment of almost stabbing somebody, which I know at the time a lot of people wanted to ignore because, oh, I don't see a knife here. Where's a knife? Oh, you're just spouting nonsense. Yet, if you look at the video or if you look at a screenshot, you clearly she's in a stabbing motion about to stab whoever this other girl is. Well, I found out that the prosecution or the judge or the jury is not going to be pressing charges on the officer that shot Ma'Khia Bryant. In announcing the grand jury decision, special prosecutors Tim Merkel and Gary Schroyer noted under Ohio law, the use of a deadly force by a police officer is justified when there exists an immediate or imminent threat of death or serious bodily injury to the officer or another, aka somebody holding a knife about to stab somebody. You poor excuses for intellectual human beings. I don't see how you took it this far to think that in your mind you know exactly what happened, even when you claim, oh, we need more body cam footage here. We need the body cam footage to prove that this is a problem in America. You get the footage and it proves everybody else was right and you look stupid. And what's weird is that this news came out and you still got people saying, oh, he should have just jumped and stopped her, acting as if somebody with all that equipment on is able to do some weird Olympic jump to tackle somebody and get that knife out of their hands. Stop trying to think everything is a movie, that something can transpire the way you want it. The sad reality is that a life is gone, no longer here. But the other side of that reality is that even though you don't want to acknowledge it, she was about to stab somebody. And in case you want to live in this dystopian world saying, well, this is something that doesn't really happen, and how dare this officer, and another way this, and another way that, I have something to show you.
Cincinnati police say his 13-year-old daughter, Naira Givens, was stabbed to death by another 13-year-old girl last night during a fight near her home on Top Ridge Place. Tonight, prayers help ease the heartache, but barely.
Just try my best to protect her and be the father that I could be, you know. I guess I didn't pay attention to all the other stuff that was going on around her.
Maurice says his daughter was the second oldest of 7 children. He says she helped keep the family together and loved school. Maurice says she was a freshman at Aiken High and went to school with the girl who stabbed her. He says they were on and off friends, but his daughter was being bullied. Community leaders called the scene tragic.
Learn how to solve problems one towards another, because just because you're mad at somebody doesn't mean that their life has to be taken because of that.
A 13-year-old's life stolen this time, and a family broken.
Just the pain I'm feeling right now, it's unexplainable. It's very unexplainable. She should be burying me. I should be burying her.
Numerous times I have said this. I don't see why it's a controversial thing to say. I don't see why people get mad at me when I say it. I don't understand what the real issue is when I say it. But when there is a 15-second clip about something, or you go on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and you see breaking news about something that hurts your heart, I'm not saying don't care about it. I'm not saying brush it off your shoulder. I'm not saying you don't have the right to be upset about it or mad about it. I'm saying this clearly and slowly for all the people in the back who lack a lot of comprehension. The same types of people who like to cry racism about everything, even the things that don't pertain to it. Do the simplest research. Actually wait for body cam footage. Actually wait for more information to come out. Actually wait before you say anything stupid on the internet that makes you look bad later.
Hey Twitter world, it's me, yours truly. Tough morning listening to all the criticism that LeBron James is getting. I'm a fan of LeBron. I admire the work that he's done, how he's helped his community and how he's helped his friends, and how he's been fighting all of these social issues, especially that of systemic racism in the legal system and with the police departments around our country. But you can't fight every battle. You know, you can't, you got to pick your battles. I mean, it's a war that must be fought. But sometimes you need to take your time and be a little more patient before you comment on some of these bad incidences that are happening with police departments. This one, LeBron should have waited. I'm a little upset with most of the media because they showed us edited versions of what took place with the girl with the knife. They made it sound as if this was another police officer overreacting and killing a young black American. Well, from what I saw when I saw the full tape, the police guy had no choice. He responded. We wish he could have pulled a taser. We wish he could have done it in another way. But in that instance, if he hadn't done what he did, it appeared to me if another young American would have had her life taken. And hey, I can't fault what he did. I wish it was different, but I can't fault it. But LeBron, keep fighting the fight. I think we all got to be a little more patient. I'm against defunding the police. I think you just got to redirect some of those funds to better training and maybe dealing with more psychological training.
You are not the judge, jury, or executioner. You are a random person who has an opinion about something, and everybody has a right to an opinion, but your opinion is not the fact. And unfortunately, for all you dumbasses that felt so proud to say that this officer should be in jail, should be fired, should have to pay for this, it's not gonna happen. And yes, they're still doing an investigation on him to see if what he did was in police protocol, which I don't see how, because in that same article, they mentioned how all of this was under Ohio law. But even still, it's not over. So maybe he'll face a punishment and you'll feel justified saying, see, there's a problem here. But the softest reality in the world is that you can't sit here and say that this man just got out the car, saw a black person, and shot him. You can't just make it a thing of, oh, kids fight with knives all the time, because that speaks volumes to them and the parents. So, in the future, please, for the love of everything holy, unholy, and sexual, shut your asses up and wait for more information. Subscribe to the channel, buy the merch. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.